What's up, music fans of the internet? I'm Derek.
And I'm Kevin.
And together we're last week's album. We're bringing you the only reviews with two different views. And this week we're talking about Blue Cheese by Kane Strang. And we're asking the big question, does Kane Strang's Blue Cheese make your ears ask for seconds? Cheers, Kevin, everyone at home.
Cheers, Derek, and everyone at home.
Kane Strang is a New Zealand native. He was born to a family of musicians. Blue Cheese is his full-length debut, although he'd released a collection of demos earlier called A Pebble and a Paper Crane, and he was also in another band called Dinosaur Sanctuary, who released an album titled A Public Toilet Told Me Nothing Gets Better. Blue Cheese, I thought was interesting in that it was written over a 2-month period while he was house sitting for his parents. So now let's talk about what it sounds like. Kevin, what'd you think?
Derek, I think this album sounds like Interpol and Mac Demarco trying to pick up girls in a brewery.
Nice. I think Kane Strang sounds like Foxygen, The Killers, and the Pixies channel the Doors almost down under.
Yeah, I can hear those now that you say that. I don't know if mine needs explaining, but the whole brewery part, there's this lo-fi-ness, sort of like dingy grunginess to the album, and then I don't know why that made me think of a brewery, and then plenty of references to girls on the album, obviously.
Kevin, I think this is definitely a beer drinking album, no doubt about that. So let's talk about some highlights. Kevin, what'd you think?
I thought there was a lot of variety from song to song, a lot of different sounds, but all within his sort of signature style. I thought Things Are Never Simple has a really great staccato, drive, and build. The Canyon, Her River Carved, besides being just an amazing line, is a sort of jangly, mellow out. Never Kissed a Blonde is more that dingy and like abrasiveness that I was mentioning earlier. So track-wise, those are the ones I was digging. And then just that variety overall. What about you?
Track-wise, I liked the web, the bass, guitar, really kind of setting the tone there. Just great lyric also. He says, I met someone else without leaving my little house. Oh no, I haven't held her yet. I met her on the internet. Just great line. I really like the song What's Wrong, which featured a haunting chorus with this call and response lyrics of what's wrong, nothing, nothing. Again, I thought that was just a clever play on words. And she's appealing. I like the dark, moody guitars and the layered vocals. Almost some surf rock there. So again, adding to the variety you just described earlier. Well, let's talk about Lowlights. Do you have anything there?
Like I mentioned, there's a lot of variety from song to song, but within songs, not so much. There can be a lot of repetition. And also at 28 minutes, it's a pretty short album, not just in length, but in depth, as I was saying. Some of the songs start to go in different directions or tangents, but they quickly come back, and I wish he would explore that more and sort of take these in different directions and make them last longer and be a little bit more interesting. What about you?
Absolutely. You know, I guess one Low Life for me was actually one of your key tracks, Never Kissed a Blonde. Really, I just didn't like the first 45 seconds. In that one song, once I could kind of see what was going on, you know, strip away a lot of the parts around it, and then see how everything came together. I really enjoyed that. First time through, maybe not so much. So maybe he's almost trying to do too much in too little in these 28 minutes. Brings us to the overall rating and asking the big question, does Kane Strang's Blue Cheese make your ears ask for seconds? Kevin?
I do think it makes your ears ask for seconds. I think it's lo-fi and DIY, but it's got enough polish and production to keep it very listenable. I think the driving drums and the fuzzy guitar melodies are sort of the highlights of this album. And there's lots of songs about girls, but I think he comes at it from interesting angles that aren't so sort of tried and true. So with that, I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 5. What do you think?
And I think it will make your ears ask for seconds. I think there's a lot of interesting things going on here. I really was digging the lo-fi guitar and drum sounds. I liked a lot of the melodies he was creating. You know, going forward, I'm interested to hear more kind of further developed sounds or songs. These won't be bad to listen to, you know, when I'm drinking beer or whatever. And so that being said, I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. So with Kevin's, that's a combined 5 out of 10. So go check out Blue Cheese by Kane Strang, especially when you're drinking beer. And as always, I'm Derek.
And I'm Kevin.
Cheers.